So I did a video like this a few months ago with the World Cup where we randomized the World Cup groups and you guys really seem to like it. So here's part 2 with the Champions League. Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video today on the channel where we have sort of like a FIFA 19 experiment for you guys. Like I mentioned in that short little intro, we did a part 1 on this in the World Cup and got like 500,000 views. So hey, why not do it with the Champions League? What we're going to be doing today is going into the Champions League, going into a career mode. We'll choose our team in a second, but we're going to head over to European competitions, and this is the layout for the Champions League. These are all the teams that are in the Champions League this season right now. What we're going to do is click Y. When we click Y, every single team in this group will be randomized, and well, let's just say like Barcelona might not be in the Champions League, Dortmund might not be in the Champions League, Bayern might not be in the Champions League. We're gonna get a bunch of random teams. We could see like Cardiff City in the Champions League, and they have to be, of course, from Europe, but we're gonna get a bunch of random teams in the world or in the Champions League. We're gonna do this 3 total times. So we're gonna randomize the first one, go to the career mode, see how the teams perform, who wins, top goal scorers. We're gonna do that either 2 or 3 times. So without further ado, let's get in to attempt number 1 right here, where we're going to it's not Y, it's the right stick. So let's do it. 3, 2, 1, randomize, and holy crap, we have a bunch of random teams. Some notable ones though: Juventus still in, Spurs in, PSG, Roma, anyone else, Burnley and Newcastle, both of the Champions League. That's honestly really funny. Watford as well. So the 4 Premier League teams are Tottenham Hotspur, Newcastle, we have Watford, and we have Burnley. The group of death, the group of death has to be Group B with Hoffenheim, Roma, Paris, or PSG, and CSKA Moscow. So yeah, those are the teams in our attempt number 1. We could randomize the Europa League, but we might save that for another episode. We're just gonna stick with the Champions League. So let's get into this career mode, and I guess we have to choose a team to control out of these. I want to do a decent team. Let's control Tottenham Hotspur. I think they have a good chance of winning it. So let's do that and get into the career mode. All right, so now that we're actually in the career mode, the next part is easy. It's just we got to sim to the end of the season, and we'll check out how the teams did. So here, once again, is the draw. We can see all the cool cutscenes for it and whatnot. We're going to see Spurs get picked right here because that's the team we're going to go into the career mode with. We're going to do different teams in each different attempt we do. Again, probably going to do 3 at the most. Spurs group should be very winnable. It's just funny to see these random teams in some of these groups. We have Group B. So with that being said, let's sim to the end of the season, and I'm going to predict that the 2 teams in the final are going to be PSG and I think Tottenham. I think we're going to make it to the final. Let's do it, man. All the way to what? May. We'll do May 22nd, and then hopefully we'll be in the final and we'll get to watch that one play out. But yeah, we'll see the results then. All right, so we've made it to the end of the first attempt right here, and unfortunately we haven't made it to the final, but we're about to find out who ended up winning that final. So we finished second in the Premier League. That's really not the main purpose. We don't care at all about that competition. Let's head over to the Champions League. Juventus beats Real Vallecano. Yeah, I probably just butchered that. I apologize, but Juventus winning the final, no surprise there. A big club. Look at the 4 teams in the semifinals. We have Moscow, we have 2 teams from La Liga, and then we have Juventus. That is crazy. Where did Tottenham make it? Not even to the quarterfinals. Roma versus Juventus in the quarterfinals. PSG losing in that. Oh my God, Newcastle made it to the quarterfinals as well. This is honestly crazy. Randomizing the Champions League just gets you the weirdest results. So Spurs ended up losing to the team that lost in the final. Crazy stuff. Let's see how groups finished here. So Group A, okay. Group B, we have Roma and PSG. That is no surprise there. Atletico and Watford there. Burnley topping that group. Unfortunately, they couldn't make it too far. Spurs top the group there. Juventus topping that group. Newcastle topping the group in the final group. Not even going to try to pronounce that, but that was the first randomization. It's honestly just crazy to see, all of the, the weird teams that make it super far in these competitions. Let's check out the top goal scorers here, and we'll check out the player of the competition. Ronaldo as the top goal scorer. A few other notable names in there. Dybala's in there. Douglas Costa. A lot of Juventus players. Diarra from PSG with 6 goals. That is a very interesting one. Harry Kane down there as well. Let's now head over to find out who the player of the competition was, and that is going to be Ronaldo. Okay, Cristiano Ronaldo winning the player of the competition, and there you have it, boys. So that is the first attempt at a randomization. Let's get into attempt number 2. Here we go into randomization number 2. Let's first disable the journey mode characters, and here we go into this randomization. Okay, very interested to see which teams make it now this time. I really hope there's like a bigger group of death. Let's see. 3, 2, 1, randomize, and who do we have? We have Dortmund as probably one of the bigger teams in here. Besides that, wow, there is a lot of random teams here. It's funny because I don't even recognize probably the majority of these. We got Huddersfield Town. That's a very interesting one. We got Athletic Club right here, another team that made it pretty far in the last simulation. Leicester City making it. Brighton. Yeah, this one is crazy. CSKA Moscow making it once again. Burnley making it once again. This should be an interesting one. We're going to get a very, very, different winner this time. I think the team we're going to control is going to be Borussia Dortmund right here. So, yeah, let's do that. Let's start out as Dortmund and get into this attempt. All right, boys, here we go. This is the end of attempt number 2. And check it out, with Dortmund, we've actually made it to the final of the Champions League. Okay, wait, sorry, I have to blur this out because this part is copyrighted. Oh, God, yep, 1 second. All right, here we are, final of the Champions League, and we're taking on a team that in the last, the last attempt, they made it pretty far as well. Let's check out how far other teams made it before we get into this final. So the semifinal featured Leicester City. That is honestly absurd. I know there weren't too many, phenomenal teams in this attempt, but the fact that Leicester City made it that far is absolutely incredible, man. We have a Portuguese team. We got a team from Germany right there, and a few teams that I'm just not sure where they're from. Let's go round of 16. Let me know if your guys' team made it far in one of these attempts. Let me know down below in the comments which team it was, and let me know how far they made it. PSV losing there in the round of 16. This was just a weird attempt. There weren't many solid teams, which is one of the reasons why Dortmund has made it so far in this competition. Let's check out the top goal scorers for the Champions League. Aduriz finishing number 1, and shockingly, even though Dortmund finished so high up, their top goal scorer was only 17th, and that was Royce Kagawa and Alcacer, all tied on 3 goals. Let's get in to this final at attempt number 2, and then we'll move on to the final attempt. Let's sim this match. Dortmund against Athletic Bilbao right here. Let's get into it without further ado. I feel like we should probably watch it all the way through to see if Dortmund takes home the title. What are we saying here? 1-1 after 30 minutes right here. So good game so far, but we'll see how things finished. I'm going to predict that Dortmund wins in extra time. I don't know why. I just have a feeling it's going to be 3-2 in extra time. Maybe not. Maybe it's going to finish. Nope. We get 2-1. Dortmund, get that equalizer. Come on, man. Oh, no, it's not happening. So Athletic Bilbao, of all teams, wins the Champions League in attempt number 2. So attempt number 1 was Juventus. Attempt number 2 was Bilbao. And I guess we can go ahead and, yeah, let's check out who is raising the trophy for Bilbao. I think that's Aduriz. Maybe not. I honestly have no idea who in the world that is. But Bilbao winning it. And, yeah, crazy stuff right there. The player of the competition is going to be Aduriz. Interesting. Okay, so with that being said, now let's get into the final attempt number 3. All right, it's time to randomize. Let's do it. I really want a good, mix of teams right here. We're going to see if that's going to happen, but let's just do it without further ado. This is the final attempt. 3, 2, 1, randomize. Okay, I like this. We have a good mix of teams this time. Burnley and Newcastle back in once again. I don't know why that was the first teams that I saw. We have Atletico Madrid right here. They should probably win that group pretty easily. Napoli should probably win that group easily. This is probably the group of death with Inter, United, and Nice. For some reason, in the first season in career mode, Inter usually does very well in the Champions League. Don't know why that is, but I'm going to project that they make it very far. That's probably the team we're going to control in this simulation. We also have Brighton. We have Real again. They made it to the final in our first simulation. We have Mönchengladbach, Celta Vigo, and yeah, we'd already talked about Newcastle. So a decent mix of teams. We're going to go into this one controlling Inter Milan. Let's do it. So this is it, the final attempt. We've made it to the end of the season. Unfortunately, Inter has not made it to the final of the Champions League. but from what I saw, they made it decently far. Let's go check out the results of the Champions League. The winner was Atletico Madrid in Napoli. We'll have to sim ahead a few days because the final actually hasn't finished yet. My apologies. But Napoli and Atletico Madrid is a very, very interesting pairing right there. Yeah, there weren't too many great teams, but who were teams that we saw left out? Manchester United did not make it, and a few others. But now that we are at the 2nd of June, let's check out who won. My apologies for that. Let's go over here to standings, and I'm going to predict that Atletico Madrid are going to be the final winners of our randomization here. No, it's Napoli winning the Champions League. Very, very interesting. Semifinals featured Brighton versus Atletico Madrid, and then Napoli against Freiburg, a team from Germany, I want to say. Quarterfinals, Napoli beating Inter, the team that we controlled. We have Real there as well. They are a team that has just been dominating. I think they've been in it twice, or they might have even been in it every single time so far. They've been a very good team. Brighton, yeah, we know they made it that far. And Manchester United losing to Celta Vigo. Very, very interesting. Some big, big results here in these attempts. Let's see, top goal scorers. We got Immobile, we got Mertens up there as one. That's the Serie A. We do not want to look at the Serie A. Let's head over to the Champions League. Yeah, Mertens topping. We got Kondreva, Saul. Interesting stuff. Let's head over and check out the player of the competition. Before we end today's video off, do you guys want to see an episode where we randomize the Europa League or any other videos like this? Please let me know down below in the comment section. Give me your guys' recommendations. Player of the competition is Mertens, and of course Napoli winning the competition. That is it though for today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this concept. Again, I did a video on the World Cup where we randomized the World Cup groups. I'll leave a link to that in the description, or click the top eye in the right hand corner of the screen. But with that being said, it's going to be the end of today's episode. Hopefully you did get one to enjoy. Leave a like for more. Comment the video you guys want to see next. I'll see you boys for another episode later on. Catch you guys then. Peace.